I'm Amanda, 22.
Standing in the courtroom, the air is thick with tension. The judge's voice booms. The plaintiff's case is dismissed with prejudice. The defendants, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, are ordered to repay the full amount of $76,000 plus 5% annual interest calculated from the date of withdrawal. Additional punitive damages of $25,000 are awarded for emotional distress and legal fees. The words ring in my ears like a thunderclap, and I feel a mix of relief and disbelief. My mind drifts back to a few months ago. I had just moved into my 800-square-foot house. It was a small place, but it was mine. A second-hand armchair sat in the corner of the living room, bought from a thrift store on Elm Street. I was picturing a peaceful life here, reading books in the evenings and having morning coffee. Then the doorbell rang. Through the peephole, I saw my father, Mr. Thompson, with his forced smile, my mother, Mrs. Thompson, with a cold look, and my sister Lily, looking exhausted with her 4 kids. Before I could react, the kids rushed in. The youngest made a beeline for the bookshelf where my grandfather, Mr. Harris's photo was. It brought back a flood of memories. I was 17 again. My mother's voice echoed in my head. Lily needs the space for the nursery. You're old enough to figure it out, Amanda. That night, I packed all my things into my grandfather's old pickup truck. Everything that mattered fit into 3 boxes and a duffel bag. Now they were here, saying it was time to rebuild the family under one roof. They even started unloading suitcases. I firmly told them, "This is my house." But they didn't take no for an answer. 2 days later, I received a certified letter from an attorney's office. Lily was suing me for my house, claiming family equity. I was devastated, but determined to fight back. I found an attorney, M.S. Reed, who specialized in family property disputes. As I told her my story, she dug deeper and discovered that my grandfather had left me $76,000 for my education. But my parents had withdrawn the money 2 days after my 18th birthday. They had stolen my chance at a fresh start. Reed said we had a strong case and filed a countersuit for fraud and inheritance theft. We gathered evidence, including work records, bank statements, and photos of where I lived. Gordon, my boss at the auto shop, was a crucial character witness. He told M.S. Reed how he found me sleeping in the truck and offered me a job. He said he had never seen anyone work harder. During the lawsuit, my parents tried all sorts of tactics to intimidate me. They showed up at Gordon's shop and at M.S. Reed's office. But I was done running. I faced them head on. In the courtroom, Kayla's lawyer presented a false narrative of family equity. But M.S. Reed countered with solid evidence of theft. Kayla and my father testified, trying to justify their actions, but their lies were exposed one by one. Gordon's testimony was like a hammer blow to their false stories. Finally, the judge made the right decision. Outside the courthouse, reporters bombarded me with questions. My mother called out, "Amanda, we're still your parents. Blood is blood." But I knew that sometimes the family you build is more important than the one you're born with. 6 months later, I'm watering my newly planted marigolds. The brass house key catches the morning light. The certified check from my parents sits on the porch swing, still unopened. My life has changed. I'm being considered for a manager position at the auto shop, thanks to Gordon. A girl about 16 peers through the window at the shop across the street. I see the same desperation in her eyes that I once had. I remember Gordon giving me a chance, and I offer her a job to sweep the shop. Start with that, see where it leads, I tell her. My phone rings. It's my mother's number. I press the silence button without hesitation.
Some calls don't need to be answered.
I've learned that I can grow and heal from the broken ground of my past. This is my life, and I'm ready to embrace the future.